really don't know what to think of Gintama because the past 4 episodes that I watched last week were all over the place, so I'm guessing it's going to be more of that, and I'm not disappointed in the slightest. Gintama has been genuinely a thrill to come to each week, and I am glad I started it. Since I can't really have the dialogue beforehand because there isn't really an overarching theme so far, I guess I'll just have to watch it. And so grab a snack, boil yourself a brew, and let's get into Gintama. I wonder when they're gonna change up the intro. There's a few theme songs that have definitely stuck in my head, and probably because of how much Gintama I've been watching recently, I catch myself kind of not only humming this tune, but remembering entire lines, which is surprising. Especially when well, I've got quite a few theme songs that I love, so I guess it's not that surprising. But since there is hundreds of Gintama episodes, are there going to be characters that in the future to be introduced that we have no idea of at the minute? Okay. Oh, she's not shouting at Gintoki. I think I think that one needs a bit of a shave. I don't think it goes quite well with the colour of the lipstick. Just close the door, go back to sleep. What's with the person in the background's back then? Yeah, did he really expect to get away with a comment like that? To either one of them, there. I guess if you're going to be a figurehead for a town like this, and you're going to have to be a bit eccentric. Okay. I don't think you can bow out that easily. I know Gintoki has managed to find himself in questionable situations quite a lot. This is slightly strange. Because if you're expecting someone off the street to just. Wait, Katsura? Tsunako? Um, to not only kind of accept what you're doing, but also make it look good. Is he now working for them? Good. I'm glad Elizabeth is still on the scene. You've drawn your blade rather quick there, but... Yeah, it was a bit harsh, especially considering... Look who he's standing next to. I would not do good in this situation. I have no sense of rhythm. Dancing has been quite elusive as a skill. I would say that it's surprising that an establishment like this manages to stay thriving in the current climate of the world, but also it's not that surprising at all. Bako desu. Sure, that's your reason you're here. So not only is he the owner, he's the doorman and security. Oh my. Brusque. That's it's not a word you hear very often. Katsura doesn't seem to have changed how he or holds himself, whereas Kentucky seems to have picked up a new a way of speaking. Although that's not going to be something important to bring up later. Well, that's dumb. I half expected it to be the dog slobbering on him, but I guess that's worse. Well, considering what those kids were saying, it was obvious that it was the kid of one of them there, but I'm surprised that Well, I'm not surprised that Gintama is covering a subject like this, but I'm surprised that Gintama was covering a subject like this back when it was made. This is something rather topical of current years. I guess it's always been a bit of an issue, but it's become more public knowledge, I guess. Yeah, I guess that might be a bit difficult as a subject to bring up. Katsunoda. Kind of. I'm pretty sure he's used to it. Plus, he knows how to handle handle those with dissenting ideals, but there's not a great way of getting them to come round to your way of thinking. But that's one thing I can't understand about this kind of issue. Even if you accept yourself as a woman, doesn't mean that you have to immediately change all of your ways to present yourself as being a woman. It's not your actions that make up what you feel. Oh, hopefully that didn't go too far up his nose, otherwise that could have caused some permanent damage. Oh. If it wasn't starting off strong enough already. Trying to bring up a child as a solo parent is difficult. Never mind. Well, at least he can pronounce properly. But there's more to it. Escape! Yeah, don't pull when he's in a precarious situation, especially when he doesn't have much of protection in the way of fabric. What did he do? Looks like they need some re-education. What? Was it to prove that he was strong? That kid's voice. Wouldn't it be better to find a different way in? Really? Is he a bit too plump to fit through that gap? I'm glad for the trivia notes that it provides. But what's going to be the B plot to this episode? I suppose Kentucky is in a perilous situation right now because since considering he is stuck. Oh, whose theme tune is this? Well, why is he, laughing in derision at that story? Yeah, he's the idiot prince. Is he talking about his mother? No, just some glamorous. Whoa! He can act when he wants to. Well, it's already been proven that he can't tell humans apart, really, can he? Why do all of the assistants and whatnot in this world are completely belligerent in their posts? Ha. For some reason, I found that English unintentionally hilarious. Oh yeah, Katsura has a thing, doesn't he? But what's going to be? Is it going to be like Sadaharu, or is there more to it? Ah, there's more to it. So is it like an anglerfish, and that dog face is a way to lure you in? Okay. So yes, Salami. He's gotten rather used to having his antenna removed. Ha! Why are they in the ground? What happened? What did I miss there? Why would you? Why would you think that you're beheaded? So can it not climb or reach? Ah, bearing of food for later preservation. The fact that the kid here is actually attempting to help. Sure, but while you're talking, can you keep digging? Here's the thing. I am fine with accepting someone like the dad in or the mother in whatever they want, as long as it's not pressuring me to do anything, like with Gintaki and Katsura. that's a different point, because then I'd actually have to do something. And the fact that the kid there is not just running is proof that he has the at least goal to do something about it. And just because that you are a woman, or whatever it is that they're doing right now, doesn't mean you have to behave all that way. I guess it would be easier to fight without the additional clothing weighing you down. I did not expect this episode to be one with action sequences like this. We haven't even seen this kind of fighting in ones like against the ghost. It looks to me like he just goes berserk and starts beating down anyone in his way. Does he get a victory tune? Oh. Of course, did you actually think that they would be helpful in the business? But even if they aren't employees, he's given them his seal of approval. Uh, One problem about this little storyline, though, is that although we kind of saw it, those kids there did like a 180 and we didn't really see them coming to terms with everything and stop being prejudiced. Moths. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it. That sounds like sentences that I come up with. I can't do Japanese very well, at least not extended sentences. And why are those two still on this planet? I'm sure there's a lot of better ones out there with more interesting creatures for that prince to go after. And maybe I should start keeping a tally. The amount of times Gintama have tackled a troubling subject, or tackled a troubling topic. Got to keep that alliteration. It's quite a few so far, isn't it? I didn't expect a show like Gintama to be dishing out this kind of life advice for all different situations. Power up! What? And yeah, while that was a good episode where Katsura and Gintoki themselves went through that kind of learning period, we didn't have the same revelation for the kids, which I thought would be a better point to make, or at least try to do, because to put together some message about holding discriminative viewpoints, etc., you can excuse the kids from being that way because, well, they're kids. Anything that is considered out of the norm is subject to ridicule. I think everything should be open to ridicule. And to drive that point home, I want each and every one of you to leave a comment down below to make me try and feel self-conscious or something to laugh at least. I would be much happier in a world where we can all kind of laugh at ourselves and each other rather than having to be wary about every little thing we say. And I believe the women in this episode agree with me considering the names that they were giving to each other there. But still, one down and a few more to go, so I hope you're ready for more Gintama. If you want to take a break, be my guest, but make sure to come back for more. If you don't want to miss anything, then subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell would definitely make sure that you are informed for pretty much most episodes in the future. And if you enjoyed, leaving a like is also a nice thing to do, isn't it? You might want to continue on for more Gintama, but you're more than welcome to take a break, get some rest. But I assume I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I do enjoy Gintama, and so I want to extend my appreciation out to my Patreons for, well, fast-tracking on how many I get to watch. And especially to Florida Taku, Sal, Raywin, Denamet1997, and Luis Ormanza. If you want to join them, then there's some links you can find, or if you just want some free fun, you can head over onto my Discord. And so, once again, thank you.